Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel, Immigration YTTV. We hope you're doing great. In this video, we're going to talk about Trump Immigration Official explains major green card change. The Trump administration has introduced a significant shift in immigration policy, with USCIS Director Joseph Edlow clarifying that green card applications may now be evaluated based on whether applicants have expressed so-called anti-American views. If you are interested in this topic, please pay attention and watch the video through to the end to get all the information. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for an upcoming video. So, without any further delay, let's jump into the video. A controversial policy shift has drawn national attention after U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services Director Joseph Edlow explained that adjudicators can consider whether green card applicants have expressed what the government labels anti-American views when reviewing their cases. Edlow, in comments to the Associated Press, emphasized that the intent is to detect genuine support for terrorist ideologies, not to punish lawful political dissent. His remarks come at a time when President Donald Trump's administration has intensified its hardline approach to immigration during his renewed term in office. While the guidance attempts to distinguish between terrorist sympathies and ordinary criticism of U.S. leaders or policies, concerns have quickly emerged from legal scholars, immigration advocates, and civil liberties groups who argue that the vague definitions could endanger the free speech rights of millions of non-citizens. The political climate behind the new screening. President Trump has made immigration control a cornerstone of his political platform. His administration has introduced sweeping measures to tighten visa vetting, increase deportations, and expand enforcement priorities. The current policy shift reflects that agenda by broadening the discretion of USCIS officers to assess what constitutes anti-American activity. Critics fear that this framework is inherently subjective. While Edlow has insisted that voicing opposition to the president or other political leaders will not count against applicants, skeptics argue that the administration's track record suggests otherwise. The issue is not merely bureaucratic, it cuts into the heart of First Amendment protections and tests how those protections apply to lawful permanent residents and foreign nationals seeking residency. Real-world cases fuel concern. The policy debate has been sharpened by several high-profile arrests and deportation proceedings. One example is Mahmoud Khalil, a green card holder who participated in pro-Palestinian demonstrations at Columbia University. His detention raised questions about whether activism critical of U.S. allies could now be interpreted as anti-American. Another case involves Rumeysa Ozturk, a Tufts University student who was arrested after writing an article criticizing her university's response to the war in Gaza. Though her writings did not explicitly endorse violence, her situation highlights how dissenting voices, especially on sensitive geopolitical issues, can come under scrutiny when the rules are interpreted broadly. Data from Inside Higher Ed underscores the scale of the issue. More than 1,800 international students reportedly lost their visas since April 25 due to alleged involvement in political activism, particularly related to the Israel-Hamas conflict. Free speech at the crossroads of immigration law. The current administration has not limited its changes to anti-American expression. It has also expanded the good moral character test, a long-standing but often vague standard in U.S. immigration law. Scholars argue this vagueness grants officers excessive discretion, creating a chilling effect on lawful speech and activism. Boston University law professor Karen Peta Lower points out that history is full of similar examples. Beginning with the Immigration Act of 1903, U.S. law has excluded anarchists, communists, labor activists, and others whose ideas were deemed radical. While reforms in the Immigration Act of 1990 narrowed such restrictions, non-citizens may still face consequences if their expression is framed as threatening U.S. foreign policy interests. Experts and advocates respond. Civil liberties advocates have condemned the policy as a dangerous step backward. Aaron Reichlin-Melnick of the American Immigration Council described the change as McCarthyism returning to immigration law, noting that the undefined term, anti-American ideologies, has no precedent and leaves interpretation entirely in the hands of government officials. USCIS spokesman Matthew Trugesser defended the measure, stating that immigration benefits should not be extended to individuals who despise the country and promote anti-American ideologies. He argued that the agency remains committed to strengthening screening processes to protect national security. Legal challenges on the horizon. As with many Trump-era immigration initiatives, lawsuits are expected to follow. Civil rights groups and immigration attorneys are preparing to challenge the policy in federal courts, arguing that it violates constitutional protections and sets dangerous precedents for free expression. Given the high stakes, over 10 million green card holders live in the United States, and many more are applying each year, the outcomes of these legal battles could reshape the balance between immigration vetting and civil liberties for decades to come. As legal experts and advocacy groups prepare to challenge the policy in court, its long-term impact on immigration and civil liberties remains uncertain. For now, the change highlights the growing tension between protecting national security and preserving the fundamental freedoms that define American democracy. That is all for today in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later in the next video. Till then, take care.